McBride and welcome to my Vikings Inspired Design Set workshop. In this workshop we're going to be creating some Viking inspired nails from the hit TV show on Prime. I really hope you guys enjoy this workshop, so let's get started. Hi everyone and welcome to my Vikings TV show inspired design set. So I've already prepared my tips and I have done one tip with one coat of Jungle Jive from the core collection, and then I've done the second coat in Blew My Mind, which has given me this beautiful turquoise. And then on the second nail I have used 2 coats of Salsa, and on the third nail I've used 2 coats of Black Widow. So that is the base tones of all 3 nails of my nails done. Obviously if we were doing this on the client we will have done our prep, our base coat, and then our 2 coats of gel polish. So the first nail I'm going to be working on is this beautiful blue, and we are going to be doing Lagatha's shield. So if you guys haven't seen the Vikings TV show, first of all, where have you been? It's absolutely incredible. And secondly, you will need to do a little bit of research on who's who. So Lagatha is a shield maiden, and they all have specific designs of shields. So this is her shield that I'm going to be doing on here. So I'm just going in with my ombre brush with a little bit of gel paint in black, and I want to create like the wood distressed. I want to dirty it up a bit basically. So I've just got, it doesn't matter if it's uneven, you can, you know, it can be, it's been used in battle basically, so you can have darker areas here or there. Just really go for it, but you want to go horizontally across the nail because it's a wood grain. Okay, so we don't necessarily want to put the wood grain in there, but we want all of those lines to be going the same way. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a cure, and I'm going to do exactly the same on my red nail, because this nail is going to be Ragnar Lothbrook's shield. So again, if you guys haven't seen it, he is the main character and was an actual real Viking and Lagatha's husband. So again, he's got his own distinctive shield. So I'm going to do exactly the same again on top of this red, and just again dirty it up a bit. We want it to be random, we want it to be patchy, we don't want it to be perfect. Okay, so just dirtied it up, going into the lamp for a full cure. And then this third nail we are going to be doing the Vikings symbol. So the first thing I want to do is to grab a little bit of my silver and pop that down, and then I'm going to outline this like I'm going to with the other 2 nails, and I'm going to outline it with my long striping brush and go all the way around the edge, because I think that is going to really help to frame our design. So I'm just coming down this edge first of all, letting my brush do the work for me. And obviously if this was on a client, we would be working really carefully not to get that product on their skin and steering clear of their side walls. So again, loading up my brush, coming down this side and creating that frame. And we don't want this too thick, but we want it to be there. Okay, it just helps to add to the look. So I'm just now coming around the cuticle area. Again, if we were doing this on a client, you would need to be super careful that you're not getting any of that uncured product on their skin. because that can cause overexposure and lead to allergic reactions, which we most definitely do not want. So I've outlined that nail, and that is going to go in for a full cure. And while that's in there having a cure, I am going to start to do the detail work on Lagatha's shield. So I'm going to go into my black, and her shield is really quite simple, to be honest. It's not a difficult design to do at all. So I'm going to go into my black, load up my brush. The first thing I'm going to do is to come straight down the center of my nail from cuticle to free edge. So vertically down the nail and putting in that nice straight line. Now we don't want this to be too fine, okay? So straight down through the middle. I'm then going to work out my central point, which is here, okay? And then from that central point, I'm going to come up here and do a V. Now I'm just going to turn this round, pop a dot in there to give me that guide of where this side needs to go to, and then you can see it is nice and even. So I'm going to thicken this up a bit because it needs to be thicker than that central line. So again, just going into my gel paint, pull that out all the way to the edge, making sure that it is nice and straight and crisp, and then doing exactly the same on the other side. Okay, nice and simple. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a cure, and then I'm going to move on to Ragnar's shield. So his shield has got a central dome and then just a little bit of detail of a raven at the top. But before I do that, he has got quite accentuated slats or palettes on his shield. So I'm going to go into my red that I used for the background and mix a little bit of that black, and that's going to really darken this down, okay, but still have that red tone to it. So you can see I'm using my silicone tool because that will help to mix and not lose any product. And I'm going to go from, again, where the center of my nail is, and then pull this line this way, and then again to the other side horizontally across the nail. I'm going to then come in just under that, and then also there, and this is creating the definition of the planks that I used to create his shield. So making sure they're equal in distance from one another, but by no means do these lines have to be perfect. I think it adds to the design if they're a little bit higgledy-piggledy, to be honest, because the shields, like I say, were a little bit battered and bruised. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp for a cure, grab Lagatha's back out, and then we are going to do a second V in exactly the same way underneath the first. So I'm going to come in down here and bring that up, bring that over, put my dot as my guide, and then come in and do the second one on the other side, and then again I'm going to thicken them up. So load up my brush nice and evenly, lay my brush down, and if you're doing this on a client it might be easier to work this way because then you're working away from their side walls. Okay, so making sure that that line is nice and crisp, and we've got that really nice transition from that central line outwards. So again, going in on the other side, making sure that it's nice and crisp. I'm just going to bring that up slightly. There we go. Perfect. So now I'm going to create a dot, and I'm going to use my large dotting tool to get the beginnings of my dot in there, and then it may mean that I need to come in and make it slightly bigger. So I'm going to come in with my dot into my black gel and create that central nodule. I don't think it's called a nodule. I don't know what it's called. And then I'm gonna come round and bring that round and create my circle. So coming in here, breaking that circle down so it's nice and easy for you to do all the way around, bringing that product out. Like so. Okay, into the lamp for a full cure. And then we're going to do the same on Ragnar's shield. So he has got, again, that central nodule. I don't think it's called a nodule, but we'll go with it. So I'm just going to put the dot in the center just to give me somewhere to work from. And then I'm going to go into my black with my brush and then come round and do my circle. So again, breaking it down, but using that dot as a guide to be able to get that in there. So following it all the way round and then filling it in using that product from my outline and from that central dot, pulling it in so that we get a nice even cure on this. Okay, now he has got a little bit of detail either side of this central point, so I'm just going to bring that out with my detailer brush either side, and then it's a bit of a, I want to say triangle, but it's like an arrow shape. Okay, like that. And then the same on the other side, so just bring that out either side of that line and then marry it up like so. So that's going to go into the lamp for a full cure, and then that is pretty much Lagatha's shield done. But what we're going to do is go around the outside and create a border, because the shields have like an iron surround on them. I presume it gave them strength. I don't know. And then come down here all the way around, just like we did with our silver. I haven't forgotten about that silver now. It is waiting to be done. But the shields are nice and quick to do, so I figured I'd get those done first. So just going into my gel polish again, working around this cuticle area and the side walls. You need to be careful not to get that product on your client's skin. All the way around. Okay, into the lamp. I'm going to do the same with Ragnar's shield before we put his detail on, because we do not want to leave ourselves without enough space. So I'm just going to come again down the outside of the shield, across that free edge, and then back up. So it might be a little bit difficult to get that smooth edge because of our detail work from the wood. And then again all the way around that cuticle area. And marry it up into the lamp for a cure. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is top coat this. I'm not going to do it shiny, I'm going to do it matte because their shields weren't shiny. So if it wasn't shiny in real life, then do it matte. So a nice even coat of matte top coat. I'm using Material Girl from Get Nailed by Lauren McBride, and obviously always make sure that you steer clear of the client's sidewalls, cuticle, and also cap that free edge. So a nice even layer, making sure that we fill in all those nooks, crannies and divots. Okay, and then that's going to go into the lamp for a full 60-second cure. So with Ragnar's shield, he has got a raven on his shield. So I'm going to go in and create that. But I say it's a raven, but it's more of an abstract raven. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and just do what is the head of the raven just with my detailer brush. Okay, and then it has a wing coming out here, but this is just lines. You don't have to get this absolutely perfect. And then it has like a swirl coming down, so I'm going to come in here and then again complete that swirl and then come into my central point. And then it's got a few little flicks just there. Like I say, it is a very abstract raven. Okay. He has also got a little bar here, so I'm going to put that in my black again, like so. Okay, into the lamp for cure. Lagatha's has now come out and I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add a little bit of interest. So this painting gel that I've got here is a no wipe and has a slight shine to it as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my dotting tool. We've obviously done this matte, okay? So I'm going to go in and do some rivets. And I'm just going to use a smaller dotting tool. So I'm going to use my pointy dotting tool. And she has got some rivets coming up here. And some down here. So just going in at a 90-degree angle, okay? And then I'm going to come all the way around the edge of the shield. So making sure that our spacing is correct and even. It probably wasn't even in the actual shield, but you know, this is nail art, okay? So by creating these little dots, it means that we don't have to wipe them off and that they're nice and secure on top of this beautiful matte top coat. So we're going to get the definition between the rivets even though they're in black. Cool, right? It's attention to detail like this that will make your shield stand out from everyone else's. So she's also got a couple just coming this way, but they don't come all the way down this line. They come like just 2 in and then 2 in from that way. Okay, that's going into the lamp for a full cure. And then we are going to top coat again in matte our Ragna shield. So obviously making sure that you're steering clear of the cuticle sidewalls and also capping that free edge. Okay, into the lamp for a full cure. So with this one, I am now going to top coat this again with matte top coat, because our painting gel is a no wipe painting gel, and it means that when we paint on top of the nail, it's going to have that slight shine to it like our rivets. Okay, and you'll see the difference between the shine and the matte underneath. So again, nice even coat of matte top coat on that one. And then we're going to do the rivets on Ragnar's shield. So he's got a few more. I'm going to go in with my pointy dotting tool back into this painting gel. So his rivets go all the way around this central nodule, which is now the official term. So I'm going to start here, okay, and then he's got 2 on these little brackets that come out, and there's also 1 on each end of this bracket here, and then it's going to go all the way around his shield. So I'm going to do them evenly, so 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 in between those 2, and then in between those, and then 1 in between those. So it gives you a nice even distribution of rivets. And then again, I'm going to come all the way around the outside of the nail into that black outline. All the way around, again being careful not having any contact with your client's skin. Okay, into the lamp for a cure. And then we are going to do the Vikings logo, but I'm only going to do like a semi half of it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go into my silver on this matte black nail, and the first thing I'm going to do is to put in the side that is coming off of the nail. So just to accentuate that this is a V and not just a line going down through the nail, I'm just going to grab some more, there you go, butter. So this comes down to here, and then I'm going to pop that in and fill in that negative space. Okay, and then I'm going to come up, and there are 2 like circles, so I'm going to come in here and do my circles first. So break them up, go round, and they're right next to one another. So again, come round like that. And then from that circle, we've got like a bird wing coming up like so. And we've got 3 of those, so following the same slight wiggle in there, coming up. And the third one comes from the outside of that circle. Making sure that we finish on that taper. Okay, and then from there at this angle we have got the finish of our V. So I don't want to taper this out. I want to make sure that we've got a blunt edge there, and just coming up a little higher each time. To create that V. And then I'm just going to come in here and create, there's like a little leaf here. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail on this because we would be sat here all day long. So I'm just gonna, there's actually like a serpent coming in here, so I'm just gonna create the look or the idea that that's in there. Okay, I'm not going to be too particular about that area of the shield, and just marry that up like that. So that's now going to go into the lamp for a cure. Ragnar's shield is now finished and Lagatha's shield is finished, and I'm going to show you them up close so you can see how those rivets are shining up against that mat, and they're tack free, so super cool little detail on there. So that's their shields done, and we just need to finish off a little bit of detail work in here. So this has got some crosses going across it, so I'm going to do 1, 2, and then the same here, 1, 2, into the lamp. Quick flash cure, just a quick 10-second cure is sufficient enough for this not to move anywhere. And then back out, and then I'm going to come down from here and go 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And then what I want to do is marry that line up with that line, and then this line up with this line here. Super cool. And then, not forgetting, we've got a little bit of dot work to do just in between this section here. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, oopsie, 2, 3. So that is now going to go in for a full cure, and then it dries tack free, so we don't have to worry about putting a top coat or anything on there. So we've already sealed in our gel polish and it will dry tack free. So we have got Lagatha shield with that distressed wood look, and then that really simple V design, but that detail of the rivets going around her shield. Absolutely love her shield. Super cool. And then we have got Ragnar Lothbrook shield, where again we've created that distressed look, but we've also put the lines of the wooden planks, and then that detail of the raven, and then again the rivets all the way around the nail. Super cool. And then to finish off the design set of 3, we have got the Vikings symbol just coming off of that nail. Absolutely love it. If you haven't watched Vikings, make sure you do, and be prepared to do a little bit of a marathon because it is very addictive. And there you have it, our Vikings inspired nails. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you click the subscribe button, and if you want to see any future videos, just click them below. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all soon.